Frankly speaking, I'm here now. Let's run it. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to each and every one of you. I'm so glad you decided to join me on this good Tuesday night, day after Memorial Day. Those of you who are already in the room, those of you on Facebook, those of you on YouTube. What's up? Thank you for being with us on Frankly Speaking again tonight. We've been going for what this the seven weeks straight. We've been going for 7 weeks straight in this season number 3. Listen, y'all know how we do to start the show. We ain't gonna do too much talking to start the show. Y'all see who I got with me tonight. So far, Clee hair is cute, ain't it? It is cute, ain't it? Let me
I be coming out here looking dusty, so they probably like a little shock tonight. Like,
she look ready to play a role for somebody.
Yeah, nice,
okay then.
We see you.
Well, you know, it was Memorial Day yesterday. She probably had a little jump to go see yesterday.
Probably.
I did. I had to tell y'all about my little jump. My little jump played me this weekend, but it's okay.
Man.
What, he no call, no show? No call, no show?
He did go saddle on me Sunday.
He went ghost?
He went ghost.
I pop out, get ghost on him. She don't know where I went.
Don't worry, because I know how to play ghost too.
Uh-oh. Listen. Welcome to the show, y'all. Y'all know how we do. To start out, I need everybody. Somebody shout everybody. I need everybody to share. Everybody, if you're on Facebook, I need you to share right now. If you're on your phone, I'm watching on the phone. If you're on the phone, I need you to hit that share button in your left hand corner on the bottom of your screen. I need everybody to hit share. I need you to tag at least 3 people if you're on Facebook. Would you do that for me now? Come on, let's get everybody in the room. Even those of you on the panel, I need everybody to share. I need you to tag at least 3 people Those of you that are over on YouTube, I need you to like the video. I need you to make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I need you to share if you're on YouTube as well. There are over 35 people in the room right now, just starting out. Let's get up to that 100 mark tonight between YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're on 3 different platforms. So just what you see on one platform, just know it's some other people on some more platforms. So that ain't all who's on here. I see the total number. You only see the number on the platform that you're watching. So I need everybody to share. What's up, Jason? Jason Clark, Mr. Transpiration is in the house. What's up, little bro? Darius, what's up, Mary? April is in the building. What's up? What's up? I see you tagging. Thank you. Curtis Ray. Miss Ray. That's my auntie, y'all. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Miss Lori. What's up, Kimberly Matlock?
What's auntie name?
Curtis Ray.
Oh, okay. My grandma named Ernestine.
Yeah, Curtis Ray. That's my auntie. That's one of my aunties. Listen, everybody, sure, man. Come on in the room. Let's turn up tonight. Tonight gonna be good. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be good. Some of you in the comments might even get in y'all feelings. So real quick, I'm gonna tag some more people. So we gonna bump for a little while. I need everybody to be tagging somebody. But let's vibe out for a minute before we get it started. Lamont, what's up? I see you. Oh yeah. Woo, tonight gonna be good, y'all. All right, man. I'm ready. Cleve back there taking pictures.
Cause I'm gonna post it on my story with the link. Yeah.
All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go.
Martin. Yeah. The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here. They come in. It's the writer comes in. I think he's the writer. He's like, Dave, listen, we got this hilarious scene where Martin's sneaking out of jail. So he disguises you as a prostitute. And he put this dress on, and what? A prostitute? No, I'm not doing that. I don't feel comfortable with that. That should have been in the discussion. What? You don't feel comfortable with it? I mean, it's a hilarious bit. All the greats have done it. So, well, if all the greats have done it, it's kind of hacky, right? You're right. So why don't we just not do it? Because I don't feel comfortable wearing a dress. Oh, come on, Dave. Listen, we got it all set up. We're supposed to shoot. Every minute you waste costs this much money. You know, the pressure comes in. He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress to be funny.
It's almost like if they can't kill us, they want to feminize us.
Say it again, Charlemagne. That's exactly right. The black male is being feminized.
I told y'all tonight gonna be good. So let me give my little spiel to start us off. So I'm sure some of you have heard the term book breaking. In case you don't know what book breaking was, book breaking was utilized by slave owners mainly in the Caribbean. Book breaking was used against the male slaves who were seen as defiant. The process involved the slave owner forcing the enslaved man to lower his pants and bend over a tree stump to ensure that his buttocks were propped up into the air. The enslaved man would then be flogged severely. This would weaken him so that he would not be able to resist the rape that followed. The white slave owner would then proceed to rape the slave several times. This form of punishment was worsened by the fact that it would be done in full view of all of the other enslaved people. All right, y'all listening?
Oh yeah.
In addition to being sexually violated, the slave would also be publicly humiliated. This public punishment would instill fear in other slaves and thus prevent any further rebellion. Enslaved men who were victims of this vile punishment often ran away from the plantations or killed themselves as they were unable to deal with the humiliation that they had suffered. It was often too difficult for them to integrate back into a society that had watched them being emasculated in front of their wife, their children, and their friends. I want to suggest to you tonight that it is the opinion of some, many, that black men as a whole, at the hands of this society that we are currently living in, that not just black men, but men as a whole, they're trying to buck break all of us. And some of us, whether subconsciously or willingly, that men in general, whether black, white, brown, are subject to extreme forms of emasculation. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. How in this society, things that were once taboo, things that were once seen as unmanly or not things men should participate in, have become the norm. So, Exhibit A on tonight. Oh, this is gonna be. I told y'all this is gonna be good. Exhibit A on tonight is this. Former NFL player Ricky Williams takes his wife's last name to create relationship balance. That he thought that it would create better balance for him to take his wife's last name instead of her taking his last name. So, fellas, I want to start with you tonight. Then, Clee, you gonna jump on in here. Fellas, how do you feel about men taking on the woman's last name? Is that emasculation, or for those who feel like it is emasculation, are they tripping? Should we be okay? Should men be okay with taking the woman's last name? Let's get into it, fella.
Go ahead, Trevor.
Well, for starters, let's point out the elephant in the room. Rick Williams smokes a lot of weed, a lot of it. He's constantly high because he deals with, if I'm not mistaken, he deals with anxiety pretty bad. So to cope, he smokes a lot of weed, and you got to be high if you think I'm going to take my woman's last name. So I mean, you got to be on some type of powder substance, you know. I just can't do it. God bless the man who can. I think it's very, it's definitely emasculating. It's a public, it's a form of public humiliation for a man to even consider taking a woman's last name. How you gonna leave and you following her? Housewife. What part of where have we gone wrong? I saw a video today. How can you expect a woman to want to follow you? And women, especially black women got their thing together, baby. You understand me? They starting to make more money than us. They're starting to do things without us. They don't need us because we don't have. I won't say. I can't hear you, right, baby.
They think they don't need us.
On paper, they don't need us.
Right.
But for sure, they need us. They definitely need us. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, go ahead.
I think the problem is we as black men don't hold each other accountable enough to where we can be proper leaders. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way I'm finna take my wife's last name. It ain't no way I'm finna walk around with some Hoochie Daddy shorts. I know that's on the virtual topic of conversation too. I can't. Those are boy shorts. No,
boy short, yeah.
I'm not wearing them. It's lingerie, cuz.
Hold on, don't get ahead of the conversation. Stay right there.
That was just on my mind and on my heart to speak. But yeah, I think it's now. Don't get me wrong. I do understand. There was a time where women were considered property, so that was the reasoning for the woman taking the man's last name and things of that nature. I do understand that, but I mean, you can't say you want a traditional man and you come with these new left-wing ideas. I think that's absurd for me to even suggest I take your last name. And you want me to lead? I think that's crazy.
Right, babe. Before you respond, let me read one of the comments under the post that I posted earlier about this. She said, "My daughter is getting married in May of next year, and they are still deciding what last name they will both take. These kids without fathers, many of them don't want to herald the name that doesn't make sense for them anymore. That's one side of the coin." Let me say it one more time. She said, "My daughter's getting married next year, and they are still deciding what last name they will both take. These kids without fathers, many of them don't want to herald the name that doesn't make sense for them anymore. That's one side of the coin." So she's saying there's one argument for the woman not taking the man's name.
Okay, so there's absolutely no way that a man can even feel any type of, like, his manhood is stripped from him the moment that he takes his wife's last name. Like, I don't even subscribe to women hyphenating their last name. You see what I'm saying? Like, for a man to take his wife's last name, that lets you know right there who is the head. So again, I always talk about role assignment and people playing their roles. Like, as the man, his role is to be the leader of that family. The reason why children don't take the names of the father when they're born is because the father is not present. If that father is present and he signs that birth certificate, they don't ask that woman, "Do you want this child to have your last name?" If the father is present, the child goes in the father's last name. Mm-hmm. The same way it is with marriage. Like, and you gotta look at the type of coon, like Ricky Williams. He been cooning for a long time.
That's where I was gonna go with the conversation. It's obvious what's going on.
Yeah,
because his wife is definitely a Caucasian woman, and I am not against interracial dating or marriage or anything like that. But the obvious is that's probably why he's taking her.
Well,
Carlos, I'm gonna let them address you. Let's cause I like when folks active in the chat. Y'all need to get active. Y'all ain't really talking tonight. Come on with it. Come on with it.
The understanding.
Okay, so
let's address what Carlos said.
Pastor Nichols, I'm sorry, you gonna read it out, Trey?
So if the understanding was that women took the man's last name as a show of property, is it still necessary for the woman to take the man's last name? Do we still view women as property of the man?
No, you got to understand.
Like the Bible says wives are to cleave to their husband. You understand me? So that means you let your parents go and you are to be connected and become one with your husband. So if the man is the head and the leader, why am I to take my wife's last name? That's counterproductive and it's an oxymoron. I'm sorry, Red Baby. I see you got something burning on you. Go ahead.
No. Well, I was gonna say like the last name is that's your legacy. You know, when we're dealing with last names, okay, we all understand that the names that we wear are not the names that we were born with, because the names we were originally born with were attributes of God. We did not get, once we came to the West against our will, the names that we wear are the names of those, our slave masters who oppressed our ancestors. Like, these are the name of the people that owned you. So we get that. So, like, okay, so now that we're past where the last names come from, your last name is something that defines you and leads you and precedes you, right? So your last name is something that's important, a legacy. You look at even Trey, that last name, when you hear the name Ray, you know, okay, this is coming from a lineage of great black men, excellence, pillars in the, theological community, things of that nature. So that name is synonymous with something.
Okay, I got a question though. Okay, so you talk about legacy and last name. So I'm just trying to, shake the table a little bit, because I do believe in, taking the man's last name. However, for my last name is a very unique last name, and I feel like I'm the last one. Me and my sister, really me. I'm the last one. My dad had girls, so it's no more LaFleur for my dad's. Like, and my uncle had a daughter, and got
It's the
granddaughter.
player's curse.
You know what I'm saying? So like now, I am the last LaFleur, and I think my sister may be hyphenated, but she doesn't really go by it. I think it's like on paperwork maybe, but she goes by her husband's last name. So what do you think about the woman hyphenating her name to keep?
No, give it up. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Because I want to do that, because LaFleur, that is a very important name. That's my daddy's name, and we the last one. So it's kind of
so you don't have any children, right?
No, I don't.
Okay, so when you get a man, when you get to the situation, when you get to a point, let's just say you have children, that man is not going to allow you to put that child.
What if he does? What if
no,
he
he's not.
What if he doesn't mind?
He's not any type of man that got this, and this is what we talking about, the emasculation. Like, you're not going to put my child in your last name.
Well, I didn't say completely. I said to hyphenate it. So
no, we ain't hyphenating nothing. No, we ain't hyphenating.
You know what I'm saying? LaFleur Jones. You can put yours last. But I'm like, I want mine up in there somewhere.
Because a woman who hyphenates her last name, you still trying to hold on to something. You're not totally one if you hyphenating something.
It could be for business purposes a lot of the times.
No.
Yeah, I think so. Because I'm 36 and I'm single. Who knows when I'm gonna get married? I may never get married. However, if I do have some kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would want them to have my last name, whoever their dad is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want them to have my last name if I wasn't married.
Somebody said, do women carry the legacies of their father? Like, the goal is,
I have a legacy to leave. I have businesses, and I pray that my businesses, grow so grand that I have something to leave my children, and I would want them to be affiliated with the LaFleur name. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, so what's wrong with being affiliated with your husband's name? Like, what is more important, your single identity or you becoming one with your husband?
At my age, kind of, sort of, because it'd be different if I had got married younger. Honestly, that's how I feel. I'm old. I've been built what I wanted by the time you know what I'm saying?
A woman's legacy will be getting married and carrying the last name of her husband. That's your legacy.
That's it.
I mean,
I'm a hairstylist and an entrepreneur.
But you're gonna be a wife first.
And you know what I'm saying? I want to leave more. I have more things to.
You're gonna be a wife first. Like, you're gonna be a wife first, and then all of these other different things, because that comes first.
Cleo, I'm gonna tell you, when you really meet the man that's supposed to be your husband, all these ideas you got in your head are going out the door. Because whatever's gonna take.
As of right now, I haven't met that man, so I'm thinking like, okay, I would want my kids to have some sort of the LaFleur legacy up in there.
Nah,
The
It's called
legacy is that.
DNA.
Yeah,
It's in the blood.
that is the legacy. They are part of
There's
you.
no more.
you
And,
know,
and I'm only saying this because there's no after me. I mean, it's some on the it's some other cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as from my father, this it. I'm the last LaFleur.
yeah, and you're a girl.
Yeah.
You're a girl.
So it's
So
kinda
if you get married, so okay, so my mother's maiden name is Murdoch. Murdoch. I'm still very connected to the Murdochs, but everybody knows me as Frank Ray the third. And so, it's so interesting to me that names only matter when it's convenient. Like the name only matters to women when it's their father's legacy or their mother's legacy. But I think it's just a microcosm of the major picture that women in general, I hate to say it like this, women in general do not value men in the same capacity that they used to. It
Agreed.
used
I
it used to be
disagree.
a sense of
No.
pride. It used to be a sense of pride to be, oh, I'm getting ready to be Mrs. Ray. But now you want to talk about you finna be LaFleur Ray? Oh no. No, you could just
First of all, I was just asking a question because if you listen, what did I say?
No, I feel you.
I feel you. I believe in taking the man's last name. However, in a special case like mine, what do you think about hyphenation? I don't mind taking my
I'm completely against hyphenation. Number one, the state don't even recognize hyphenation in reality.
Right.
That becomes your middle name. On paper, your name would not be hyphenated. That would become your LaFleur will become your middle name, and
so
whatever
I can legally change my name to Clishandra Ronique LaFleur Ray, and I just have to go back to Clishandra Ray.
Yeah. Well, you can go by whatever you want to. We got Facebook, we got Instagram.
I can go by LaFleur.
We got YouTube, so whatever you can go by whatever you want to. But I'm saying what the state will ultimately recognize. I mean,
it's only one last name, so they don't.
That'll be your middle name.
That'll
be your middle name. But it's just this phenomenon is just so interesting to me that names, like, it's y'all saying women be saying names matter, but then say it don't matter because in order to validate the argument, they'll say why a name matter. Well, if it don't matter,
I don't agree with that.
What's the big deal?
Right.
I'm the only woman on here tonight, and I don't agree with it. Names matter. I am the type of chick that titles matter, names matter, all of this stuff. I'm not gonna ever. All of this stuff matters to me. Paperwork, they say, man, you ain't nothing but a piece of paper where you put the government in your business. That matters. All of this stuff matters to me. So we ain't gonna say women. Because I know me, and for a lot of my friends and some of my friends in the comments, one of my best friends in the comments, she's married. That matters to her. She had her husband last night.
Carlos said maybe we as men don't have strong enough legacy to hold the weight strong enough for a woman to want to take it. Maybe our name should mean something in the public before we demand that it be taken. I'm just saying. Well, thanks be to God, brother. Frank Ray the third got some weight to it. Praise God.
Show you right.
Praise God on tonight. Frank Ray the third got a little weight. Got a little weight to the name. So yeah, I agree. I agree though. I agree that your name means something. We can't just put names to the side. The Bible says, God said, I'll make your name. Come on in this. I'll make your name great.
Sure no.
Did you see the comment from Brandy? She said the Ricky Williams situation was because of her financial advisor advised them to do that.
Still trash.
I mean, that's just like the prenup conversation we had last week. Like, if it's to protect the assets, and if the financial advisor, did some stuff that tainted his name, and he taking her name to keep from certain things to happen, then I mean, it's just, for that reason. it may be something that they in their marriage decided.
Well, I mean,
Jason said that would be a deal breaker for me as a husband. I would be giving 100% of all of me to that woman. I would expect the same thing from her, which includes her giving up her birth name for mine. Period. Go ahead, Ray, baby.
Okay, if let's just say for the sake of argument that let's just say if that was the case, they didn't put it out there as him getting financial advice. The narrative is that
that's clickbait though. That happens on all blogs.
Well, the narrative is that they're doing it to create balance in the relationship.
Of course, they can't say so debt won't follow us.
Okay, so we
can come and get them, you know. Create balance.
Okay, well, we just going for the sake of argument say that it's for controlling balance in a relationship. I don't understand how taking your wife's last name adds balance to a relationship. Like it has absolutely no merit.
Well, in their case, we know why.
I mean, but you got a lot
of that she's Caucasian and he's black. We all know the reason why. She done hoodwinked them and told them this what you do.
Well, you got a lot of men who subscribe to that, but we all know these are men who are I hate to use the word beta males, but these are men who are, you have weak men who you already know who run their household. It's their wife. You know what I'm saying? They
can't necessarily weak in me because
that's weak.
He just want peace. Because sometimes men, I mean, just like women, because I ultimately believe that women run the household anyway. A lot of women know how to sit in the back and play a role to make you think you running the household, to not emasculate you. Is that what we talking about? Make sure you feel like the man that a relationship.
No, it's already understood who man is the head of household. I don't care about these little mental gymnastics y'all want to use or verbal gymnastics y'all want to play. That man is the head of household. That man is the head of household.
Because when daddy make a decision, if you go say, Mama, can you talk to daddy? So, Mama go talk to daddy, and then daddy might come with a different story. So ultimately, Mama run the house. But see, we don't let daddy think that he running.
No, daddy, look. The man runs the household. Now the woman is delegate. He assigns certain responsibilities.
The head can't do nothing that the neck won't let it.
No, listen. When he say, "Okay, get somewhere and sit down," y'all gonna get somewhere and sit down. He's the head decision.
But my man supposed to be like that. Why my man gonna say, "Go somewhere and sit down"?
Because you might. Okay,
you my dad and you my man.
Okay, let's just say you won't. There's a major financial decision that y'all have to come into agreement with. If he stands firm on that and say no, we're not going to do that, then you're not going to do it. I don't care. In
that case, yeah.
You can act like Smokey all you want to and say, I be quiet, and when he leave, I be talking to no. No, I
mean, it just depends on the situation, though. It just depends because in certain situations, the woman may be a little bit more wiser than her man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not always just because he leads that he's always correct. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, y'all are tuned in to the Frankly Speaking show. We at the 34-minute mark. If you have not shared, please share. If you have not tagged nobody, please tag somebody. Listen, we got over 70 people in the room all together from all of the platforms that we are on tonight. Thank y'all so much for making it happen. Let's get to the 100 mark tonight, y'all. It's been a minute since we got to the 100 mark. I know we moved from Wednesday to Tuesday, but let's get there tonight. So let's share, tag somebody. So first poll of the night is this. Ladies and gentlemen, do you think that this is a form of buck breaking, that this is a form of emasculation of the male, of the men in America, that women are giving their last names now, that women are not willing to take the man's last name? Is this a form of emasculation? Yay or nay?
She don't want to take my last name. She can go find us something else to do.
Yay or nay? I need everybody to answer the question. Yay or nay? Yay or nay? Let's do it. All right. Last thoughts on this particular subject, y'all. Last inputs, last.
If you don't like your daddy, what's the point of keeping your last name anyway? Just gonna take mine and start over fresh. Cool.
I love my daddy. I love my daddy.
It's a lot of women that have.
Me. I came from a 2-parent household.
You got a great dad, and you are an anomaly.
That's a great question. That's a great point, Bradley. So let me ask y'all this. Brother Carlos, if you're still in the comment section, let me ask you this. So since we don't have an issue with women not taking the man's last name, why do we have, or do you have, for those of you who are like, no, this is not emasculation, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Do you have an issue with women proposing to men?
Yes.
Since they given
but some men like it. But some men like that.
Do you have a problem with women proposing to men?
Yes.
Since everything just anything goes.
Come on,
you have a problem.
Frank. But
come on, Carlos. I want to see you comment on that, brother. Go ahead,
Carlos. That's to me. That's just like women shooting a shot, and men say it's okay for women to shoot their shot.
It is. A woman should shoot her shot if it's something that she wants.
But see, is that not emasculating?
No, it's not emasculating.
I can't propose to you, and I gotta take your last name, but I gotta also approach you.
Like, now listen.
No, answer it. No, Carlos, don't do that. Don't do that. Answer it flat out. Do you have a problem with women proposing to men? Just answer the question.
Come on, Dr. Nichols.
I agree that it is. I agree with that part, but yeah.
But
answer the question, because we're in the West. We're in the West.
It's in the Bible.
So this is our culture. This is our context. That this is how we get down over here in America. So answer it from the American perspective. Do you have a problem with women proposing to men? Anybody in the comment section?
Marriage isn't a thing that started in the West. Even our ancestors were married. They may didn't go about it the way that we do with weddings and all of this nature.
Carlos said no.
Marriage ain't something that started in the West.
Shoot shots.
But a woman should shoot her shot if it's something that, because listen, if you see a man that you want, damn, this brother's nice looking, he's attractive, hey, look, what's wrong with you saying, hey, look, are you single? I'm interested in you.
The reason why I say that, because if I see him, then 9 times out of 10 he see me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
Well, Carlos, and if he don't say nothing, then guess what? He's not interested. So
I believe what Carlos was really alluding to was the weddings and and the ring proposals.
I agree with that.
I think that's what Carlos was alluding to. That's what the weddings and the ring proposals
I agree
is
with
what
that.
he's saying is a Western scam. That's what he's saying.
I agree with that.
Not the actual the unity, not the actual marriage, but proposing with a ring and
I
having
agree
a
with that.
wedding. Yeah.
Because you got some women who like they measure how much you love them based on how much money you spend on a ring. Like they want you to sit up there.
How much should a ring cost? They say it's supposed to be 3 months' salary.
That's ridiculous.
Whatever your job is.
So
That's
we
ridiculous.
need to talk about that. We need to talk about that one, frankly speaking, because that came from a ploy from the diamond companies to get people to buy diamonds. It was the most genius promotional campaign that was probably ever launched in America. That it had to be 3 months salary. That came from the diamond companies. In order
Diamonds
to sell
are
their
girls'
diamonds.
best friend.
Yeah, that all came from a diamond company. In the Bible, they weren't proposing with no ring.
No.
We the
They
word
was
is
trading goats.
marriage, because back then marriage was just smash.
Yeah,
abusive.
and even in
that made you married. So a lot of us married to a lot of people.
And we bring up our ancestors, those were were enslaved and got married. They definitely didn't propose with a ring.
They jumped the broom.
Yeah, they jumped the broom. I was married now. That's all it took. That's all it took.
Where I'm getting my information from, but that's the true thing because Frank heard it too.
What
about the 3 month salary thing?
Oh yeah.
I mean, but you got people who subscribe to that. Like, I'm not about to sit up here and spend 3 months salary on a ring, just a ring, when we can be doing something else with that money. We could be paying off something. We could be purchasing land or, acquiring a property, something that's going to put us in a better situation financially going forward when we become one, than just for you to be able to show it off to your homegirls. Like, it's ridiculous.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not an extra person and probably will want all the elaborate things because I am. Now, the older I get, I kind of, knock some things off the list. He doesn't necessarily have to give me a ring that's 3 months salary. However, it does need to be a nice ring. I don't want
some of the reason. Let me put some of y'all ladies out there on game. Some of the reason some of y'all ain't engaged because that man don't want to buy a ring. I'm just putting it on tape. Yeah. He does not have the funds, or he does not want to spend the money on a ring. So he
also
see that?
My pastor told me this a long time. Well, he didn't tell me. He said this in a sermon a long time ago. He said if a man wants you ladies, he gonna spend his money.
Yes.
See that?
Not on a ring.
But that's on me. The ring is for me.
No,
that's the trick.
We just gonna get married ringless. I'm gonna walk around.
Okay, let me ask you this.
See, you can get married without a ring, right?
Yeah, you can get married without a ring, but you don't. But see, when I'm out in public and the men walking up to me because they don't see no ring,
I'm married.
It's no symbol.
I'm married.
A ring ain't gonna stop me from approaching you.
He can buy you a ring. But it
y'all on
the
Beyonce's internet.
Kind of ring you talking about.
Y'all on Beyonce's internet telling people they don't need no ring. And Beyonce
listen. A ring is not going to stop a man from approaching a woman. That don't mean nothing.
That's a magnet.
That ring don't mean nothing. If anything, that's gonna make him approach you.
But the ring.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you see a ring on my finger and you still approach me knowingly seeing the ring. You ain't no man I want in my life, no way, because you're garbage.
Okay. So you know how many? Okay, so what does the ring mean?
It's symbolism, just like us going. That's like with religion and faith and all that stuff. We be asking, what does that mean? It's a symbol.
The ring don't mean that you have. The ring does not mean that you are happy.
Come on, Carlos.
It doesn't mean that you're happy.
Look at my boy dropping gems tonight.
It don't.
She doesn't wear a ring, but she has a tattoo on her ring finger.
Get a tattoo. Get a tattoo then.
But
That's
but
so
if you,
much more.
but you
That's
know
so
that
much
Jesus
more
said we supposed to be
economical.
marking our bodies up. You know that, right?
That's so much more
Y'all so
economical
backwards. Lord,
than
I can't stand it.
getting a ring. Listen, regular gas is $4.29. Regular
Who
gas.
telling? I know.
Premium is $5.70.
You
In
want to know?
Memphis, not in California, in Memphis.
You want to know what's even crazier?
But why? But see, this is the thing. Reason now, like, why are we just trying to change tradition so much?
Oh my God! But you just got done talking about hyphenating the
Let me
last
ask
name.
you this. Let me ask you
That's
this.
that convenience stuff. Travis, that's that convenience stuff.
But no. But
talking about hyphenating the last name. Now, cause we talking about no ring, we trying to change tradition.
No, first of all, Frank, here we go again. I specifically said that I believe in taking my man's last name for the sake of argument, or I gave the example of me being my daddy's last daughter in the last LaFleur from my daddy's branch. But I said I would take my husband's last name.
I'm gonna give you another reason why a lot of women ain't married. Because they don't want to get married.
Why a lot of men ain't married? Why a lot of men ain't married?
Listen.
Why is it always about the woman?
A lot of women are not.
Because y'all have given us the keys to marriage.
Because the men
we have to propose.
Not of quality anymore.
Because we have to propose. We have to propose.
Well, I always say
y'all may hold the keys to dating and your juice box, but men hold the keys to marriage. Because
I definitely
y'all can't get married unless we propose. So
I'm gonna tell you why a lot of women ain't married. It's because they don't want to go and get married at the courthouse. They think they too good to get married at the courthouse. They want to spend all this money on. They want a wedding. If a man says, "Hey, baby, look, I don't have a ring right now. Let's just go to the courthouse. Let's make this official." A lot of women ain't trying to hear that.
I mean, it just depends on the situation for me.
Majority of women want a lavish wedding.
Majority of women do, but I feel like, because I used to be a person that wanted a really, really lavish wedding. The older I get, I don't have to have that. I would still want a wedding because me and my father, we're close. So I won't want my daddy to still walk me down the aisle.
He can walk you up them steps at the courthouse.
I mean, whichever way but my thing is, along with the 50-50 talk and everything else, like, it depends on your relationship and your marriage, whatever you and your man decide. If your man,
are you okay with a courthouse wedding?
I would be fine with a courthouse wedding. Would I still have a reception? Would I still have a party?
No reception. We ain't doing no reception. We ain't doing none of that.
I mean, I would want my family to be involved. Now, would it have to be huge? They're gonna be involved. Would it have to be huge? No. But I would want the party. I mean, look, because I like the party. I like to have a good time. So we can go to the courthouse. We gonna have a party, and my mother, and my grandma, and my daddy.
Y'all do know the reception costs more money than the wedding, though, right?
That's the part that costs the money. That's the part that costs the money.
So if he said, "Hey, look, baby, we just gonna do this courthouse wedding and a small dinner at a nice restaurant."
I got you, Elizabeth. I'm gonna find you somebody.
But a small dinner would have to be at least like 30 people.
Miss Elizabeth, where you from? I'm gonna find you somebody wherever you from, and we gonna make that happen. I'm gonna find.
That's real. That's real, Elizabeth. I know Elizabeth. She a good person. She cool. She good people.
I'm gonna find you somebody, Elizabeth.
So somebody said take a poll, Frank. Ladies, courthouse.
Okay.
Official wedding.
Ladies,
with no reception.
Ladies, are you okay not having a wedding, elaborate wedding? Are you okay with a courthouse wedding? No, that's too easy. Ladies, are you okay with marrying a man that don't got no ring for you? They ain't got no. They just say, listen, let's just get married. I ain't got no ring, but you know what I'm working on. I'm trying to make this happen for us. I'm trying to get a house. I ain't got no money about no ring.
You want to know why they?
So I want to marry you. Are you okay? Yes or no? Are you
because
okay?
this what they want to do.
Yes, I would say yes.
This what they want to do.
Nowadays, y'all. I don't mean to cut you off, right, baby. But nowadays, I'm gonna tell you, the older I'm like I say, I'm in that late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s range dating. I'm gonna tell you something. Women want to be married. The dating pool is so messed up. At this point, women will accept any type of fucking proposal. Okay?
They
We would
should.
accept it.
They should.
We would freaking accept, especially if we actually love the person. And for me, I'm a sap, so I love. So if I were in love, I probably would accept some crap, a crappy proposal. But it would definitely have to be in a situation where I know that we're growing. You know what I'm saying? If we want to go ahead and get married and we working on something, we building something, it would have to be that. It wouldn't have to just be solely off of potential. It would have to be some actions going, and I can see the growth in our relationship. And then I'll accept just, a mediocre proposal, no ring.
But see, look, this is why women want a ring. So they can get on social media.
Y'all see what Brandon said?
Girl, I just, oh my God, it's so hot in here.
You have to have something though. Because my thing is, I know a girl, her dude got married at the whole courthouse thing, and they just got some really nice gold bands. It ain't no diamonds. It's just some really nice gold, but they real gold. It's a ring. So I do believe in having something.
The something is the love that you.
I know somebody who got proposed to, and they wore a ring from them little rings you can get from Walmart in the little box. Or like Macy's.
Look, look, a man can post the whole ring shopping process. He can go to the Tiffany's or wherever you buying lavish jewelers, right? That man would be championed. He would be congratulated because he's at Tiffany's shopping for a ring. But if this man was going to Walmart,
Sam's Club,
looking for a ring, that man would be dragged on social media.
Look what Miss Johnson said. Look what Miss Johnson said.
I kind of agree, girl.
Men are normalizing making women settle for anything. She hated.
Is she married? Are you married, Brittany?
He can't do a wedding. He can't buy a ring. He doesn't sound like a builder.
Oh, you right, Angel girl. You right.
Are you married, Angel?
It don't matter because that's probably why.
These are the reasons why women ain't married. These are the reasons why they ain't married.
Well, now traditionally, when there is a wedding, if I buy the ring, your dad's supposed to pay for the wedding.
Exactly.
Right. They ain't got no daddies.
Come on, right?
I got a daddy, baby. What's up?
These women.
I got a daddy, Cleo.
They ain't got no daddies.
I got a daddy.
Cleo,
I got a daddy. Yes, my daddy would. My daddy would pay for my wedding.
Listen, how would you feel if you had a daughter?
I question. How would you feel if you had a daughter and a man proposed to your daughter with nothing? I do have a daughter.
I do too.
Nothing is a bit of a. If they've been dating, if they've been courting each other properly, then I would be sure that he's already proven that he has something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not. He's just not presenting the materialistic things that people think that it takes for a marriage to happen.
Right.
If he's of that mindset, okay, what are you doing? Are y'all buying a house together? Are y'all in business together? What's the plans? What's your vision for my daughter? Would be my question. Not simply do you have a ring? What's your vision for her? What kind of man are you, character-wise, integrity-wise?
Mm-hmm.
What's your vision? How many children you want? Do y'all agree on that? That would be my sentiment. Cause just because he got a ring,
so you proposing to somebody without a ring?
Just because I didn't say I would, but I'm not against men who have to or want to or are of that mindset. So my question, my emphasis would be for my daughter, what kind of man is he? What's the vision that he's casting moving forward for their lives together? because just because he has a ring don't mean he's the right man for her.
That's
Just
true.
because he can pay for a wedding don't mean he's the right the right man for her. So I think we get caught up in the materialistic stuff and we use that as the prerequisite if the man is worthy or not. And that's how a lot of y'all they missed out on the man that was really for you because he didn't have the materialistic stuff at the time that you desired.
I don't know. I guess because my ex was broke. So I just don't believe in it. I feel like I have definitely dated men off of solely potential and off of, trying to be, help, let's grow together, let's build together and all that lovey-dovey mess. So I don't think, and I know a lot of other women that are just like me. So I don't just believe that women are just so materialistic and that's why they're not married. Like, I don't believe it. Because me and my ex was definitely about to go to the courthouse and we have a pot to piece in, and luckily, thank God we didn't do it. But I do know that women will date men and marry men who don't have all the material things. So I think that's false to say that women only care about material things.
For sure, for sure, for sure. My friend's husband proposed to her several times without a ring. She said no. That man got a second job to afford a ring, and it's a nice ring with nothing lavish. When he came with the ring, she said yes, and he forced the wedding. Yeah, I probably would have left her alone, Brandon.
Yeah, I ain't
Be
forcing
honest.
nothing but my foot in these Jordans. That's it.
I
Because
mean, you
if
do
me
what
coming to you with my love ain't enough, then you ain't for me, baby.
you should just do what's best for you and your person. Because I as I get older and dating, I realize that a lot of things is situation based. It ain't no manual, no book, no steps to take to get to where you want to be as far as romantically and stuff like that. It really just depends on the two people. What if y'all on the same page? Because that man taking his wife's last name, he might not care nothing about that. Because he may know in their situation, in their household, he may know I run this. He might have told her, hey, I'm taking your name because I don't want them people coming after me. I'm going to change my last name. I'm going to use yours. You know what I'm
And
saying?
for the record, Ricky Williams gets very high.
Right.
I mean, he smokes a
So,
lot of
so,
weed.
Hey, baby, you got a question?
so a woman should settle just to have a man. Okay, what's your definition of settlement? Does that mean that she's not getting everything that she wants? We all have to settle to some degree. Now, back to the young lady that says, okay, if he propose, if he don't have a ring and a wedding, does that he ain't trying to build nothing? Okay, I have a daughter who's grown. If a young man proposes to her and got this nice ring, this extravagant wedding and all this, but shortly thereafter, they having financial problems. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I'm gonna do is say, okay, y'all have not prioritized because you spent all your money on this damn ring and this wedding. You got $30,000 tied up in a ring and a wedding. You shouldn't be asking me for anything. I don't want to hear nothing about I fell on hard times and you know how things go. When I'm sitting up here looking at you with a $10,000 ring, 3 months salary on your finger, and you just spent 3 months salary on your finger and another 5 or 6 months salary on this wedding.
I
So
mean,
you got a year's worth of wages.
You have a wedding within your budget, but that
Not,
don't mean I don't want to have one. I don't want to have one.
this is how ridiculous this sounds to say if a man is not having a ring and don't want to pay for a wedding, he's not building. As her father, I'm not paying for no damn wedding because I know it ain't nothing but it's a show. You don't have to have all of that.
So are only beneficial when it's ones that you like. Like Because you want her to take your last name. You can't be in on none of that. But the man, the father, is supposed to pay for her wedding.
No. That's something that white folks told y'all they supposed to do.
The same people who came up with the dad to pay for the wedding, the same people that said the one supposed to take the man last night. Don't do that.
So Brandon, let me ask you, what's an appropriate price for you, ma'am?
They just said 3 months worth of wages.
For you, ma'am, that says a man proposing without what's an appropriate price range?
3 months worth of wages. So if you making 10K a month, then you
30,000.
You said a 30K ring, and if a 30K ring is supposed to be 3 months,
okay, let's put this in realistic. Let's just put this in realistic. Let's put this in realistic terms. The average income median in Memphis is about $35,000-$40,000 average.
So how much they making a month? Like $3,000 a month.
So if he's only making $40,000 a year, that's roughly, let's see,
that's a fourth of his pay.
That's a fourth of his pay. If he's
but you got a long time to say before you say 3 months worth of salary for the ring over a period of time. You don't just take 3 months and then you have. Let's say you want to marry. You finna propose to Oprah. You know you want to marry Oprah. You know Oprah finna be your forever. So now you start saving your 3 months salary until you can come up with the perfect proposal for Oprah. They don't mean you spend all your money at one time. You plan for it. You budget for
3 months is still 3 months.
Salary.
Okay, so Brandon said it's more about the cut and clarity, but I think you can get a nice ring from $2,500 to $5,000.
I think so too, Brandon.
Okay, so that's $5,000 for a ring, and then you're gonna spend at least $7,000-$8,000 on a wedding. Like you probably gonna spend another $10,000 on a wedding.
About 20, 25.
About 20. So that's $30,000.
I know somebody who spent $100K on a wedding and they rent a house. I don't know why.
You see what I'm saying? You see how ridiculous this sounds?
Couldn't be me.
You finna tie up $30,000 for a ring and a showcase for folks to invite a whole bunch of people that you don't like to show off.
40K, like I'm gonna tell you, weddings get expensive because I helped my sister, and I got to see with my sister, and like weddings can get expensive. Venues, food, dresses,
DJs, pictures.
Yeah, like weddings get expensive.
Hairstyle.
And like now, the price don't went up on everything from my sister been married for almost 20 years ago. So like now the price is increased. So yeah, it ain't nothing to spend 25, 30K on a wedding.
So what's the point?
So yeah, my question is
it's a once in a lifetime thing.
In the society that we're in.
It's what we were raised to dream about.
In the society that we are in, is it wise? Is it wise to spend $40,000?
It's not. It's not wise. However, just like everything else, I think we talked about this before on the podcast, how we were women, we were raised to want to be wives, and we dream about this wedding day. That is why it's like that. That's been all the Disney movies and fairy tale movies teach young kids and young women specifically that we're supposed to have these elaborate ass weddings.
It's called TV programming, sweetheart. It's programming for
I've always dreamed of a big wedding, and even now I don't have to have a big wedding, but I still want some expensive stuff, Eddie.
So
it still might get expensive.
So to fix that, what I learned in marriage counseling was the wedding is actually the bride's last hoorah as her daddy's daughter.
Okay.
Before she becomes her husband.
It's a celebration, bitches.
You know what I'm saying? Now, to fix all of that, we can have a destination wedding. We can get married right there on Daytona Beach. Whoever love me for real gonna show up. Mm-hmm. It's very minimal overhead to have a beach wedding. I'm talking about $1,500, $2,000 to get the minister.
I mean, and that is okay, but it's a wedding.
let me see.
Well, okay.
Let me just
I'm
say,
cool with the ceremony.
let's say both of y'all together are clearing 200,000 a year. Both of y'all together. But you spend $50,000 in one pop on a wedding. You still have to live after this wedding. You still got to buy food every day. You still got to pay rent or mortgage. You still, I'm sure both of y'all probably got car notes,
Yeah.
insurance,
Children.
Like,
let's say we don't have kids.
what is the logic? I just don't understand the emphasis of it. Here's what I would prefer.
But if you got it,
hold on.
it's one day.
Yeah, I just gave you a scenario. 200,000. Both of y'all together, y'all clearing 200,000.
Okay,
So you set a budget for 50,000 for a wedding. Is that wise?
No.
I feel like if you budget and you plan for it, then it's fine. If that's what you and your person want to do. Then it's totally fine to spend it, because that's a day you will always remember. That is a memory, and it means something. It's
almost every person that I've talked to that has spent a lot on a wedding, looking back retrospectively, all of them say they wish they had not.
I get it. I mean, I think that it's been expensive, but my thing is, if that's what you and your person, like I said, it depends on who you dealing with, the type of person with. If that's what you and your person agrees on, and that's what y'all want to do, and y'all have family help y'all, parents, in-laws, and all that stuff like that, and you can have your dream wedding on a budget, you save for it, meaning
you ain't gonna be able to have no dream wedding on no budget.
Yeah, you can.
Because it's stuff that she's dreaming about. You ain't gonna be able to.
It just depends. People can be realistic in their dreams. Like you,
no, dream is not realistic. It's a dream.
I feel like if that's what you and your man want to do, and he's okay with it, and y'all budget and y'all plan for y'all to have this elaborate wedding that y'all want, it's nothing wrong with y'all.
So let me ask you.
I'm with you,
Angel, you work in the wedding industry. The difference between me and you sell the wedding. I have to counsel them from the fallout from the wedding. Years after the wedding, or a year after, or 6 months after the wedding, when they trying to figure out how they gonna buy this or how they gonna buy that, and the money that they saved up to have the wedding has now become an issue because now they ain't got no money.
Yep.
They did all that to impress other people.
Budget and plan. If you know that a $50,000 wedding is beyond your budget, then why are you doing it?
See, look, if you work,
people drive cars. The same reason people drive cars that they can't afford. The same reason people live in apartments they can't afford. Get houses they can't afford.
Buy Gucci belts and purses and such.
Wear Gucci, Louis Vuitton. Same reason people go on vacation to Miami and the next week be calling you asking to borrow some money.
Or fall out in Miami because they home girl ain't got no money.
Now why you come on that trip, girl, and you knew you ain't had no money?
That's why they fall out. That's why they fall out when they go to Miami.
Now, Clee, I'm gonna share this with you. I got a partner. He's a Yakub. He's a Yakubian. What him and his wife did. Well, for one, their parents paid for it. Let's get that out of the way. But they use credit cards. I think that's not a bad idea if you got that kind of credit. Because I think, and the older I get, the more I realize it's stupid to spend cash. Use the credit.
Yep.
My daddy mentor would say, spend their money, don't spend your money. So if you got the kind of credit limit to pay for a $25,000, $30,000 wedding, first of all, I wouldn't advise it. But if that's what you and your partner agree upon, and y'all have agreed to pay this credit card off in a certain amount of time, then sure, why not? Because it's one day.
But that's a part. But what is that? What is that, friend? Budgeting and planning. They plan.
I agree with that. I wouldn't use cash.
Budgeting plan for the wedding that you can afford. If you got that kind of credit and you can have that kind of wedding,
My
my
issue is why do we even have to have all this stuff to begin with?
Because you don't have to. You and your woman ain't got to. Right?
I'm saying people in general.
You and your woman ain't got to. If your woman like the bare minimum, then let her have that.
That's not the bare minimum.
That is no wedding.
See the way you paint it, the way women even paint it is jacked. It's messed up.
My thing is, like I said,
look how you just said the bare minimum. If he okay with the bare, if they in the comment, if she okay with settling, if they okay with the bare minimum,
ain't married.
We do what works for you and your partner. Like in the spirit of Tashiana. Right now, know your audience. You know what type of woman you dealing with. You know what type of man she dealing with.
Well, we talking about women in general.
So no, I'm saying, but when you get the dealing, no, it can't be general. It never can be general. It can't.
That's how women generally think.
But no, you can't. No, it's not general because every situation is different. Like my ex, when we thought we were gonna be together, we thought we were gonna get married. He's just as extra as me. So this big elaborate wedding that was out of our budget, he would have been just fine with it. So that's what I'm saying. It just depends on who you with. If your woman, if she decides that she want to marry you when she's later, when she's want to marry you, she gonna have no wedding, XYZ, then guess what? This your soulmate. That is the
but listen though. But check this out.
Hold on, y'all. I hate to cut y'all. I hate to cut y'all off. We at an hour and 11 minutes, so we only got about 18-20 minutes left. So we gotta get to this next part, this next phase of the show. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all showing up in a major way tonight on all 3 platforms, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Thank y'all so much. If you have not shared, go ahead and share, man. Let's kind of change the narrative a little bit. Let's go here.
And there are some who look at the data and suggest that you're enjoying a competitive advantage. What do you say to that?
There's a lot of factors that go into a race and how well you do. And the biggest change for me is that I'm happy. And sophomore year, where I had my best times competing with the men, I was miserable. And so having that be lifted is incredibly relieving and allows me to put my all into training, into racing. Trans people don't transition for athletics. We transition to be happy and authentic and our true selves. Transitioning to get an advantage is not something that ever factors into our decisions.
You didn't transition to win more medals?
No.
Thomas quickly became a...
He transitioned to get more medals. Okay.
Yeah,
basically,
man.
I was losing as a man. I decided I want to transition.
So, a trans swimmer, Leah Thomas, who received backlash after beating 2 cisgendered. I learned this word today, cisgendered, which means the original gender you were born in. Cisgendered people. So, this man who is now a woman, who operates as a woman, beat other women but who were born as a woman. It's even confusing trying to explain it. Who were born as a woman for a medal. So, is it fair, since we in the spirit of America, is it fair for transgender women in particular to compete against original women? Is it fair? Is it fair?
Yes, it's fair. It's fair because these women are the ones who want to include equality in everything. Like when these people when they first started coming out the woodworks and wanting to be included in everything.
He just trying to shake.
I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
You are not.
Because listen, it was the women who started telling these people, yeah, y'all can use the bathroom with us. Yeah, y'all come on in. The women was on the front line fighting for these people. Now all of a sudden, when it puts the women at a disadvantage, oh no, it's foul. No, it's fair.
So women are the only supporters of trans people.
Yes, that majority. Yes, majority of women.
No, there's a lot of men who are okay.
Listen. You got a lot of women who co-sign with gay men who don't even like straight men. Like they join in with gay men to attack straight men.
I mean, I have gay guy friends.
I'm not against them. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that lifestyle. If that's on them.
But what I'm saying is, I just don't. They even know that they're men.
Nah, y'all be calling them sis, and you know what I'm saying. My girlfriend, like if that's what they want to be called, is fine. But in regards to a man,
but I just feel like in sports that no, it should not.
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. And it's going to continue to be fair until the women get together and say, y'all got to stop this foolishness.
I think Leah Thomas was like ranked number 520 in men's swimming, 520, 420, something like that. He was trash. And then he saw that loophole to where, all I got to do is say I feel like a woman. And
that was brilliant. Brilliant move. Brilliant.
I mean, I got to applaud it into some...
So it's a crock of BS.
Juwanna Man.
Absolutely.
I'm Juwanna Man.
Hey, man, Hollywood be putting it in the movies first, man. They put it in the movies first.
Juwanna Man was the first.
Mrs.
Juwanna Man was the first I remember. Yeah, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Miss Doubtfire.
Clee, what you think? Because you're a woman. You're a woman. So, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I definitely think that no. You're a man at the end of the day. I don't have anything against, trans and all that stuff like that. But it is insulting to women considering all the things that we go through to be women. You know what I'm saying? Physically. And that's what I mean. So while you're nodding your head right, baby, you can't have a period and you can't push a baby out of your
They changing it as we speak. They already got them to where they can.
You do not have a menstrual every month, and
they changing it. They got hormones
on your body and your mental and your emotions. You go through a lot for that little 1 week, and you know what? I'm getting a little out of but as a woman, we go through a lot. We have a week when we PMSing. We have a week when we menstruate. We have a week when we're ovulating. We got one free week out of the month to feel normal. Men don't have to go through this. So we have to go through
y'all going through it. We have to deal with y'all going through it.
It is insulting to say I'm transgender. I feel like a woman because you want to wear hair and makeup and shoes and you feel feminine on the inside. Like, no, you do not get to feel what we go through as women physically, the things that y'all can never experience because of the genetics that God created. So yes, it's insulting. Y'all don't know how it feels to be a woman.
Now you see how insulting.
So now you know why your woman be tripping 3 weeks out of the month.
Yeah.
We always going through something.
Let me ask you something, Clee, and this is a sidebar. Why do you think it is that most men, especially the men I know, especially men on this panel, we fully understand that we could never be a woman? We fully understand that we couldn't go through the pain that women go through to birth children. We fully understand that we cannot deal with the physical issues that women experience that we could never handle. We fully understand that. But why is it that those same women who proudly tell us, you don't understand, you could never be a woman, can look us dead in the face and act like that while we could never be a woman, that they can be a man?
What do you mean
everything a man can do, she can do it and do it better.
I mean,
but yet when it comes to y'all,
we can't reproduce without y'all. So y'all have that one on this. Mm-hmm. But I can lift a box just like you can. Mm. What else? I mean, give me what else.
That would then contradict your argument of saying that this man who is now a woman, if y'all can do everything just like us, that would defeat the purpose of saying that this man who is now a woman can't compete against women.
Okay, let me give you this example too. So when they're bodybuilders and things of that, they have like side weight classes, right? You know, like smaller guys, medium build guys, big guys. There's classes. So that's how I view this particular situation with this whole swim thing. It's classes. Yes, it shouldn't be only men can play basketball. Let's create a league for women to play basketball. That's what we mean about equality. What you can do, we can do too. Not necessarily, let's have a mixed basketball team and team of men and women, and we go against each other. No. We like basketball too. Let us play basketball. We want to swim. Well, let us have a swim league too. We like soccer. Let's have us a soccer league too. That's what it means by equality. It doesn't mean men and women do the same thing and go against each other and I'm stronger than you. No, that's not what that means. That means that give us the same things that they give you guys.
You can't do that because we're not created equally. We're not created equal. We weren't created equal.
I'm gonna tell you, not only are women switching roles right now, men are too. Because y'all got these Hoochie Daddy shorts going on.
That y'all support.
I don't support Hoochie Daddy. I
done seen plenty of women on today.
I am not.
Hoochie Daddy shorts is in.
No, they're not in.
Ladies, are y'all for Hoochie Daddy shorts in the comment section? Come on, let me see.
You got a demographic of women who champion this, who support this, who want to see men dressed like women with shorts showing their thighs. I don't care nothing about. They used to play basketball in them shorts, and it didn't look right then. It don't look right now. I don't care about people.
My thing is, back in the day when the athletes wore them, it looked like a uniform. I could see why they weren't so big back then, because they may get in the way. They may slow you down. I get it for like workout purposes and things like that, because some people feel like the fabric gets in their way. However, just wearing walking around in Daisy Dukes, my nigga, no. My man better not ever. I'm not with the Hoochie Daddy shorts.
A man should not have any part of his thighs showing at no point in time. I
feel like there is a certain.
First of all, Angel, nobody on this panel will wear Hoochie Daddy shorts.
Right.
Absolutely not.
It's a certain length. Like it's like I've seen some that come above the knee and they still look nice. You know what I'm saying? Depending on his size and how he's built. But those Daisy Dukes, those too much thigh, like no.
I be seeing dudes with the jean shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about and they even suggesting and hyping men up to go get thigh tattoos with this madness now.
I mean, I know dudes who got their whole legs tatted.
I'm talking about the thigh?
Yeah, like they got it going on. They all tatted up. I've seen that before.
No.
I've seen it before.
I ain't with it. I ain't with that at all.
I mean, I don't want my man to know Hoochie Daddy shorts, but I mean, you know, if I don't mind a man in fitted clothing, but those Hoochie Daddy shorts, they a little bit, but that's because the men are doing that. Because I'll give y'all an example. One night, me and my homegirls were at half shell, and it was the night the last Grizzly and Golden State game recently. So everybody was at half shell. Me and my friends, we're all sitting at the table. It wasn't any more seats. So there's a lot of men standing up in the bar watching the game. And these dudes, they just kept walking back and forth the table, walking back and forth past the table. They clearly were trying to get our attention and trying to get us to see them and acknowledge them. They just kept on staring and all this stuff. But that's how the roles reversed, because back in the day, that's what we used to do. Walk back and forth the table of men to get them to say something to us. But now it's the men doing it. And neither one of them, they wanted to say something, but nobody said nothing to nobody at the table. They just stared and looked and pranced back and forth.
Why you didn't shoot your shot?
Because I didn't want to, honestly. But I'm just saying, I'm just saying, men.
But that comes from a place where a lot of men.
And then y'all want Hoochie Daddy shorts. Then like that FNF song is out. It's so many men remixing that song to make it fit the opposite way. We can't have nothing. We had the city girls.
Oh no.
The city girls come out. Not dudes like, yeah, the city boys up 100 points. And y'all now y'all want to be city boys. Like y'all can't get mad at us for emasculating y'all, but every time we get some stuff,
I've never
y'all
heard a
collect
man
it.
say they want to be a city boy. Never.
I hear city boy all the time.
Never. I ain't never heard it.
I hear it all the time.
That's something little Duval started.
He be like city boys. But then y'all say we emasculate y'all. But we like, yeah, we fuck nigga free. And y'all like, yeah, we
That's
both
a man's
free.
mentality. That's a man's mentality,
Y'all
though.
switch up to fit y'all. We had days do say y'all got hoochie daddy. So
Nah,
you
listen.
mama. You know,
that FNF song, that's a woman trying to take a man's role. Women don't normally act. Women don't traditionally act like that. Your nature does not allow you.
How was that song on woman trying to create a man's role?
I said that's a man's mentality.
She ain't got to worry about no FNF cheating on her. That mean the nigga was cheating.
Nah,
what is that?
She's advocating being single, and you ain't that's not your natural. Nobody was created to be alone. She out here talking about she's single and she want to do this and she want
she said I'm single again.
Okay, you got no wonder she's single. Look how she act.
Well, he was cheating.
Why was he cheating? Why was he cheating? You gotta look. You gotta ask that question.
Because that's what men do. Don't act like that's just what men do. Men just like to cheat. It doesn't matter. You can give a man whatever he wants, everything he needs, and he's still gonna cheat if he doesn't want.
Well, hold on, Cleve. Now I can't allow you to insult black men like that on this.
If he doesn't want you, he's going to cheat. If you're not the woman that he really truly wants, he's going to cheat. Regardless of what you do.
You got
men, y'all
so men don't cheat when you are the woman he really wants.
You have that's the only time I think that. The only time a man won't cheat on you is if he has to truly love you, want you, and you the woman for him. That's the only time he won't cheat.
So love make you not cheat.
I think if he truly, if it's some spiritual connection stuff going on, if it's the real thing, he not gonna cheat. But if it ain't the real thing, then he might slip up a couple times.
Why would he not cheat?
do not, Cleve. Do not let him bait you. Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, thank y'all for tuning in tonight.
Good segue.
It's been an amazing show. Listen, catch me in the morning on the morning trend with my folks Jason and Lynn on WAVN. That's if you're in Memphis.
You finished?
You can go to 104.1 FM 1240 AM. I'll be on the morning trend in tomorrow at 9 AM. They're on from 5 to 10, but I'll be there from 9 to 10 with them tomorrow. We'll be talking about the peach cobbler post. It's always a funny story or something, an interesting situation. So tune in to that in the morning. You can find it on Facebook. I'll be sure to share it once we go live together tomorrow. Or if you're not in Memphis and you want to listen to a radio style, go to the website WAVNTheTrend.com and you can listen right there. So yeah, man. This has been a good night. This has been a good night, y'all. Last words, everybody. What y'all got? Closing it out. Hold on, Ray. Hold on. You on mute, Ray. Let me unmute.
Love on your people. Give them their flowers while they can smell them, man.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Show you right. Man, yeah, to piggyback on what Ray said, yeah, love on your folk while they're here, man. And fellas, there's nothing wrong with loving on your woman. There's nothing wrong with being transparent and actually wanting to marry. There's nothing wrong with marriage. Nothing wrong with it all. The process to the marriage might be a little funky, but nothing wrong with marrying a woman at all. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to hyphenate her name. If that be the case, just make sure we going half on bills and she want to keep your daddy name. Oh, and look, catch my band tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, Thursday at Sticks and Stones in Bartlett if you are in the Memphis area, and Robusto by Havana next Friday and Saturday. Also, you can catch my company out there, Salt. Mendenhall, Night Arnold. Yeah, we doing things, baby. We working. We got some things cooking. You hear me? That's all I got.
Clee?
Appreciate.
Thank you again, Frank, for having me again this week. I held it down for the ladies by myself.
You did
So
well.
proud of me.
You cooked too, girl.
So what?
I said you cooked too, girl.
Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you.
Girl.
Because I didn't want to look dusty tonight, because I was by myself. But anyway, you can follow me on Instagram at Cleonce. I have a new podcast coming out June 2022 with me and the other ladies at the salon with me, because I'm also a hairstylist. And so it's called A Party of Four with Tasia, Courtney, and Kiki. So we're gonna be dropping in June. No particular date yet, but it's definitely coming in June. And yeah, that's it. Follow me, Cleonce. I'm a hairstylist. If you're in Memphis, you want to book an appointment, type in micro links, sew in, silk press, all that. Hit me up.
Man, one last thing. I forgot it was not up tonight. But man, follow us on IG. Follow us on IG. Make sure you following Clee on IG. Make sure you following Travis on IG. Make sure you following me on IG as well. Ray, baby, you got IG? You ain't got no IG.
Yeah, I'm on there. I got I forgot the handle on there. I get it next week, inshallah.
For sure. Listen, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll see y'all again next Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Central. All right, man. We'll holler. Thank y'all.
Peace out.